Sawadika everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to create this lovely mum flower from the papaya. There you go. This technique you must have a tool to do this because if you have a knife it's not going to create this crease petal here, and then they are even in size on the other layer, and then this is the inner layer of the flower here. So let's get started. I'm using today I'm using papaya, and if you don't have a green papaya in your area you might use zucchini. You're gonna get a smaller size of the flower, or any turnip that's gonna give your flower a white color, so you can color them any color of your choice, or you can have a daikon radish if you can get your hand on it, whichever vegetable that you have in your area. Today I have papaya, and I use the tip of the papaya here to create the flower here. See there's some little leaf attached on the bottom here. So let's get started for this mum flower carving. I'm using both ends of my green papaya. You see they're hollow, but we're gonna fix that. And this one a little different. That one was on top, this one on the bottom. So I have to trim a little bit here for my flower to stand up. Then to start off with, we're gonna have to create a small green petal on a side. If you use other vegetable that didn't have any color, for instance you're using daikon radish, it's gonna be all white. It's up to you. You want to leave it create the leaf on the side. Let me bring back my flower. He's kind of wet now. I put in the water. If you want to create this little leaf on the side, you can, and then color it green, or you might just forget it and just go ahead do the petals portion, section. That'll be fine. Up to you how you want it to create. Okay, this is how I did mine. So let's get started. Let me wipe that off a little bit here. Now you're going to divide this. I'm going to divide it into 5. Well, actually you can see I don't have to divide it because they already have a section for me. But if you don't have section, then you're going to divide like a letter Y here. You're going to make it section. Okay, and then next section. Okay, then you gotta bring this straight down like a letter Y, and then half on this side and half on this side, so you get 5 sections. Okay, now I'm gonna pick one section. Since I already have my guideline here, it will be easy for me. Then I will put my thumb there to determine, or you can make a mark how long you want that green area is. That one I put it short. So let's see if I can bring them up a little higher on this flower here. So what I need to do, you're gonna carve. Then you're gonna lightly scrape the surface by twisting your knife so they have a zigzag edge to the height, whichever how tall you want. Okay, I have it right here. Then I will go back on the other side because I can't I'm not comfortable with doing that side and bring it to this side, so I'm starting left and right. Then after they meet, you're gonna slightly trim off Okay, don't trim too much because remember the papaya here don't have much space because it's hollow. Then I gonna open up this gap and took my thumb and push it, and then take the knife, kind of scrape off the skin section. Okay, and whatever not supposed to be there, trim it out. Okay, there's one petals. Again, continue. I'm gonna lightly trim it out to open the gap. I don't want to trim too much. Your thumb is pushing and your knife is scraping. For instance, this area doesn't look good. I'm gonna have to trim that out. Okay, there you go. Continue. If your vegetable is quite small, then you don't have to have a 5 petal like I have 5 leaf here. Just did whatever according to the vegetable size. You might get 3, you might get 4. Okay, 2 more. One last one. Okie dokie, there it is. Something like this. See there? Now, next step is we're gonna go ahead and trim the, if you use papaya, I'm gonna trim the green out and level up this corner here. Don't trim all the green. I want to leave the green so the tip of my petals gonna have a light green on the first layer. Just trim enough. Smooth out the area here. Beside it is excuse me. Beside this is hollow on the inside, so if I trim too much, I'm not gonna have enough space that I can carve my petals on it. There you go. See there, I left some green. Now we're gonna use this tool here. It's a U-shape, but it had a creases on the blade here. So go ahead and drag your petals. Catch some green. Don't go it too high and don't go it too low. So I'm gonna catch some green and then steady hand and push it, this tool, all the way to the base where the leaf is, and then push it out. See there? So you have catch some green. Instead of you go next to it like this, no, you're gonna keep a little space because you see how it's kind of tilted. So next one gonna be here. Okay, so that means you're gonna leave some gap here and then drag your second petals, because at the bottom they will meet, but the top it will have a little gap. See, give some gap and drag. Okay, I pushed too much that one. Okay, my papaya kind of whelp, a little soft. Be sure to give some gap. I'm keep offing the camera here. Pretty much easy if you have a tool to do the job here. One more. Okay, there you go. Now we are went around the papaya. Now what you need to do, you're gonna trim it off. I'm trimming this way first so I don't cut my petals. Use your index finger to block it and push the petal out. Oh, you might use the scrap to do that. There you go. Okay, and then go back slightly if you see there's some more uneven area because you're gonna drag your second petals here. So if you don't trim it well, your petal might come apart when you drag your two. So if you see any crease inside, trim it out. Okay, now we ready to start our second layer. Start in between the first here, don't go on top, just in between the opening space here. So let me slant this way, you might see it better. There's one. Make sure you keep a gap. 2. Oops. So I keep hitting my camera here. Okay, once after we trim off, carved our second layer, again, we need to trim off. Okay, that's our second layer. We're gonna go one more on the other side. Then we will trim the center out. Now we're gonna go ahead and start our third layer. Same thing, you're gonna start in between here. Might run out some problem here because this section has a thin wall inside, and if I scrape a little deeper I might create a hole, which means I cannot create the center of our flower the way I want it. I should have stopped at the second layer. Okay, finish my third layer. Okay, I'm running into some problem here because this here is pretty much thin. Let me bring back my other flower. I have this layer here. Before I get into the center here, I just want to cut it down since this one had a problem. I'm just gonna go ahead and create this section here because I cannot do another layer. So I hope you guys following me the right step. If you guys doing different type of vegetable that is not papaya, so don't worry about it. You're gonna have a solid section in the center here. Then you get whichever how many layer you want, and then start to trim down your vegetable. Okay, so now I'm gonna slightly trim this out. Trim it down, I mean, so I can start my center of the flower. Okay, and I'm gonna trim some. because we want the center to curve in. Instead of doing the outside, we're gonna do the inside. Okay, I'm trying to avoid this section here because it had a hole. So go ahead and scrape down. Can you see that? Okay, and I'm gonna skip that area because mine is having a problem here. You just turn around this tool here to curve in, so your petals is gonna curve in instead of curving out. Oops. Well, I just break one. I don't know this is gonna work, but let me try. Okay, I have to fix that. Because like I say, I had a hole on it, so I need to glue them back so you guys can see. I'm gonna glue this part back. Whichever the one that break, I'm gonna glue it back. Okay, I have glued the part that all is broken, so I have this one a little different than the one I have done earlier. This one you have two layers here, shoulder one and then the one in the center. But this one I left out because like I told you, I have problem with the papaya because it had a hole and I cannot get my second layer right. So that's what it's turned out to be. So if you're working with papaya, keep that in mind. But if you are working with other vegetable, it might not gonna have problem like mine. This one is kind of broken. Fix it. Okay, there you go. This is the same papaya. This one is the top part here. See there, a little wider, and the bottom will be a little narrower. So the top part is start to get ripened. So it had this peachy yellow color. That is very nice. This one at the bottom is not quite ripe, so it's still green. So you get this white color be nice here, different color, so I'm gonna put that in the water. I hope you enjoy this little short technique with me how to create this lovely mum flower from papaya by using the tool here. So this one you have to have a tool. If don't, it's gonna take forever just to get these little small petals here, and you're not gonna have the design on it. But if you use the I don't have it in hand here, the regular U shape, which is no creases on the petal here, this is large one, but you use small one, you will have the same petals, but you're not gonna have the design on it, you know, but you can get the same effect a little different with the design. So you don't mind that, you can go ahead and try that if you don't have the right tool like mine. So thank you for watching, and you guys take care and be safe. I hope you enjoy this. If you like my video, please keep the thumb up and hit the bell button to be notified on my next coming video. Take care. Bye bye. สวัสดีค่ะ everyone. See you guys later.